Do you have faith in the financial system? According to the latest poll by the Chicago Booth Kellogg School, only 22% of Americans trust the financial system. That is slightly more than 1 out of 5. And although it may not seem that impressive, it does mark an improvement from the second quarter. Co-author Professor Paola Sapienza joins us now to discuss the report. She is a professor at Northwestern University's Kellogg School. Professor, welcome to Bloomberg News.
Hi.
Professor, how do we account for the increase?
Well, most of the increase is concentrated in trust toward mutual funds and large corporations. So there is a slight increase in the trust in the stock market. There is a slight decrease in the trust toward banks.
Well, given this economic climate, were you surprised at that increase in confidence in the mutual funds and the corporations?
Not that much, in the sense that we've seen the stock market going up, and therefore what the people surveyed, the Americans surveyed in the survey, believe is that they tend to trust more since the recent rally in the market. What is really going slowly up and sometimes down is actually trust toward banking institution, which historically is the higher level of trust Americans have toward financial institutions, but it's particularly low in recent times.
And Professor, it was interesting to me that the respondents were actually more confident in credit unions and community banks, regional banks in particular, over the big banks, especially when the FDIC is still closing banks at record pace.
That's correct. It's actually overwhelmingly positive, the trust in local banks. 55% of Americans trust their local banks, and 65% trust their credit union, while the trust toward bank where the government has a stake is only 25%, and the trust toward national banks is only 33%.
Why that disparity?
Well, I think there is a sense that the local banks take less of an advantage of the customers. They have more of a public face. They have less of an informal, distant relationship. Some of the consumers are complaining about large credit cards raising the rates or playing with changes in the contract, and generally they feel that local banks support them much more.
Right. Professor, were the results still split along party lines as they have been in the past?
You know, generally speaking, the financial trust index per se have not a huge divide across party lines. What it has a huge divide across party lines is support toward regulation, which has been subsiding, even though still the majority of Americans are asking for more regulation. The numbers are dramatically different from the last survey. For example, compared to 65% in favor of putting cap on executive compensation, we have that now the number is only 58%.
Right.
And there is a huge divide across political affiliation.
Professor Paola Sapienza of Northwestern University joining us from Chicago. Professor, thanks.